This is a collective consciousness reading for somebody who feels anxious and unaware of what to do right now. So you're stuck in analysis paralysis and you have too many options of what to do. So what we're going to move towards from the past to the present is you're more confident with who you are and what you need to succeed. So that's who this reading is for, is someone who's feeling a lot of anxiety and decision fatigue. So if that's you, this reading is for you for now, for today. An attitude of authority. Did you write the book on love? You can't make people love you if you don't love yourself. So the medicine for the decision fatigue is self-love, self-care, putting all your attention back on yourself and calling all your energy back from all the directions it's in, from the past, from the future tripping, digging into your past. You're going to call all that energy back to you and bring it to the present moment. The easiest way to do that is breathing, because your breath is always with you. And something that's going to help the lack of self-love and the decision fatigue and overwhelm is, I will ground myself more. I will walk on the grass the next moment I can. Is like to connect to nature. If you can't take your shoes off, you can also just put your hand on a tree to ground yourself down, or hold a stick that is touching the ground, also works for grounding. But get yourself out to nature and connect to the real world. Touch leaves, touch dirt, touch rocks, take a walk, watch birds, zone out watching animals, wildlife, bugs. And closing your eyes, place a hand on your cheek and say to yourself, you are so loved. You are so loved. If you have a scrap of paper, you can write that on a scrap of paper and just tape that to your mirror, or put that as an alarm that's going to come up multiple times a day on your phone, and it will just say, you are so loved. Okay, so now that we've kind of figured out who this reading is for, and if you're in alignment of what's going on in the collective consciousness, then these cards are for you. All right, so Ace of Water, the 1 cards are like the beginning of a journey. So like a novice or a beginner. It says falling in love or a resurgence of a relationship. And that can be the relationship you have with yourself. Like sometimes we fall away from our routines and our self-care, and then we're going to return to that and come back to ourselves. This little image of the merman was upside down. So it's taking like a new perspective on things. It could be moving around your furniture to see a room from a different perspective. You can hang your head off the edge of your bed. You can declutter and move things around in your space to see from a new perspective. But we're going to turn this energy upside down on its head. Spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. So like following those expansive feelings you have, those are your body's like internal yeses, and trying to do less of what's contracting you and sucking in your energy. So that's the Ace of Water. Let's see. For our center card, we have the Queen of Air, talking about independence, experience, realistic, and witty. So the Queen doesn't do anything by herself. Like, she has a team of people with her. Like, she outsources things that she's not good at to other people. She's rarely doing things alone. So consider that, like, what can you outsource to other people to help you with? Objective decision making. And that ties back into feeling anxious and unaware of what to do. So these cards are connected and kind of tell a whole story, because cards are just using imagery to elicit things in the subconscious mind, because most of our things in our brain are on the subconscious level. Like tying your shoes or brushing your teeth. We don't think about it. They're automatic programs running in the background of our mind. Clearing away all that no longer serves you. So decluttering your space. It's springtime. So letting go of what you don't need anymore. Seeing the humor in a situation, like laughing at yourself, putting on some comedy, and changing the energy. Laughter can really help to lift our spirits, change our brain, help with our mood. And we have 8 of air. So air cards are of the mind. You can think they're really airy, spacey, of the brain, an illusion of being trapped. So that we actually have a lot of options, a lot of opportunities, that we're not alone. We have backup, we have resources, we have something we're moving away from in the background of this card. So we have like all these like dark mountainy shadows, but there's a path through them, and we have all this support or options or possibilities, and we're not actually trapped by these mountains. If they are the problem, we can turn around and run back. We have all this lush greenery, which can symbolize like abundance and wealth, and getting back outside and touching the grass. So we can see how cards can kind of tell a story as the energy gets sticky on the cards, and that card is the one that comes forward to give us our reading. So the illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action, and that goes back to this. So these cards are all kind of related. So when we're overthinking, a great thing to do is to use a concept from the Artist's Way and do morning pages. So first thing in the morning, grabbing a piece of paper and just writing without lifting your hand off the paper. It's kind of like all connected writing, like almost like really messy cursive. You don't need to reread it. I just shred it when I'm done and just put all those thoughts on the paper and let them go. I just shred it. You can rip it, you can crumple it, but let the thoughts out on paper. A common thing with millionaires is thinking on paper. So steal that from millionaires. Obviously, they're doing something right with their life or business, and a common thing amongst all of them is thinking on paper. So don't leave your thoughts in your brain, basically. Put them on paper so you can see them, and it will help you have more confidence. Self-confidence is just like believing in yourself. Okay, and this is a shadow work card, and this is just to check if the reading is correct. So the shadow is what we're suppressing, and it's kind of like the opposite of what we would like to have. So it says negativity, let go of the pessimistic attitude, it's getting old. Think of something positive right now and shift your thoughts. That we can stay stuck if we want to in our thoughts, but our reactions are some of the only things we have control over in our day-to-day life, is how we respond to things going on. So take some time to shift your thinking, like acknowledge the thoughts, like try some EFT tapping, the emotional freedom technique. And what's great about that is it acknowledges everything that isn't working. And then it goes through what we would like to believe instead, and kind of rewires, repatterns, and programs our brain, like tapping on all those points. You can think of them as like meridian points of like acupuncture, and just moving energy through the body. So shift your thinking. So this is like for the person that's feeling very airy and thinking a lot right now, you're in the beginning of a self-love journey. You've got some decisions to make. It's giving you some anxiety. Self-love, grounding work, getting outside is the medicine for that. Take breaks from overthinking by doing the opposite, giving yourself an hour to worry or 20 minutes to worry, and write down all your worries and concerns, and then releasing them. And that just kind of takes your power back. So I hope that this was helpful. If you have ideas for how you manage your anxiety or overthinking, or if you've got great tips on how you've flipped the conversation in your head about self-love, or if self-love feels selfish, please put those in the comments. Subscribing to the YouTube is free. Doesn't cost you anything, but it means a lot to creators because it helps them find people who are right for their channel and helps the channel to grow. Thank you. I hope you have a great day.